Listen to the land. A Tale of Two Flowers by Oshri. For Adhya, Serafina, Audrey, and Nevo, may we hand you something better. May we hand you something kinder. For my brother Ahmed, may the ways of the world never let us forget the love of our brotherhood, and may that love ripple out to help fill the space between our people. For the reader, and all of our ancestors, and all of our loved ones, and all of our children. In the deep despair of night, may we receive a clearing, healing light. Listen to the land. You are but a shadow. Quit blocking my light. Back and forth all day, the two flowers would fight. Quit your stealing my water. Quit taking my air. Their tempers could run no hotter, no fair. It went forth and back. No grudge did they lack. Your flower ancestors did the same thing to mine. A good day with you? I recall no such time. You make simply being me an unforgivable crime. Filled my heart with soot and grime. With the great shadow that is you that you cast, you'll make my seed sprouting a thing of the past. I wish you away from here with your untruths and your whine. I wish you away from here, nevermore root near. But roots in the soil each undoubtedly had. So day after day, they'd drive each one mad. Then it happened during one of their deepest, darkest dawns. The wind had mercy, looking their pain upon. In the heart song of the wind was softly whispered a gentle tune of wisdom to their on and on. The song, it was simple. The song, it was, listen. They could hardly imagine flourishing anew, or how both together could ever live true. Exhausted, leaves clenched, they seethed at the stems. Nothing was left unhurt in either of them, save the desire to be, and that for their flower children too. They were brave and they were longing, tired of fighting and disbelonging. It was that part of each of them the listening and breathing it in. A tear sprang to the eye of the purple flower. If I let out all I had, I would cry thunder showers. Into the eye of the yellow flower, a teardrop sprang. The ocean I could fill with tears, her wailing voice rang. And the sun called out in the breaking of dawn. I have watched the awful course you've been on. I've seen rain fill the seas and seas fill the sky, and neither of you should have either eye dry. My loves, I've watched you from afar, and for far longer than you've been, and I think I've grown close to learning just what it means to win. But how does one heal a wound still gaping, in hearts that have for so long hardly stopped being frozen or aching? It took both of your strength to ask for help, and I'll share my humble wisdom's wealth. Warmth and light are all I know and give. But it seems like enough for some to grow and live. Light to see where healing must be done, and warmth to thaw hearts all frozen. Now the heart song of the moon softly bloomed. Loves, I know what it is to be a light in the dark, to feel everything around me all bleak and stark, to feel that unless over the swallowing darkness I shout, then for me, for my light, it would mean I am out. But long ago, I began to practice the courage to wane, to let other bodies shine too, to lessen our pain. I found a way to listen, so when it seems like I'm gone, that's when I'm most on my way to my glow fully grown. Indeed, waning is the only way I know to explore the depths of my own shadow. It's the only way for the stars and I to dance. Please take courage, my loves, and as I have waned and waxed all your days, trust me that it's worth a chance. the heart song of the water came flowing through. How long I've been waiting to speak with you. Burbling in a playful trickle, the water touched the flowers in a way that tickled. I have my faults, I'm often not so stout, but my flexibility is what allows me to flow in life throughout. You can't easily hold me, I'm not easily controlled, nor do I make anyone else fit to a mold. Not a mold for their story, nor for their meaning of glory. Flowing through all life, I learn more and more each day, and being fluid is how I learn the best way. You flowers are made mostly of me anyway. So, what if you grew curious and open to finding some channels of calm and hoping? And the spirit of the wind returned, growing and gusting with full gusto. Breathe deeply, my loves. Take me in to caress you. Let me help you to release the grip of fear. For some kinds of fear can bring a scary thing near. Take me in. Let me hold you. Let me help you feel safe. Let me move in you and move you to lessen your strife. Now the stone's heart song came forth of great grounding worth. Despite your tears and your sorrows, your anger and pain of the worst, can you find a stillness in you that tunes in to your mirth? I've found that joy is so helpful for when things are rocky. If I want to be steady and stable, but not cocky, I've got to check that my head not get too blocky. I'm inspired by sand, humble and tiny little me's that have fallen apart. That's sand, if you please, soft yet strong. Sand with mud can hold up mighty trees. And with that, a great tree chimed in with cautious cheer. I couldn't help but notice you lovely flowers often jeer. But see the way I've grown so very tall and have room in my branches to host for all? Well, that's in part because I've softened my heart's outer wall. I remember all creatures are made of air, water, soil, and the light that moves in us, drank life's sacred coil. I plead with you that with all your strength, when you speak with one another, you might invite a breath of greater length. Find words that paint a flower as a flower. Find words to honor both of your precious life's hours. I breathe for all life, and all life breathes for me. These are just some of my thoughts as a tree. And the heart song of the grassy hill, of the land itself, bellowed loud, sweet, and clear. Hear, oh hear, hear, oh hear! I've grown no flowers here who I don't hold dear. I've grown no flowers here who I don't love to be near. And when any of you hurt, I shed many, many a tear. That is all. Let this sink into your beloved flowery ears. The flowers wept, and they breathed. They stood still, and they grew. They had now heard the voices of the land. They thought they knew. You see, these words had revealed to them that they had but one heart, and they grieved for all the time they had felt so apart. They felt the one heart beat in them, and in each voice of the land. It was time to let their compassion expand. They spoke respectfully together of their great sorrows, and a space for hope opened for the rest of the day and for all the tomorrows. When I feel into my roots, I see enough of you is part of me, and enough of me is part of you. That if I refuse to care for you, I refuse to care about me too. When I feel into my roots, I see enough of you as part of me, and enough of me is part of you. That if I refuse to care for you, I refuse to care about me too. And in their breathing, and in their growing, they turned to face each other for the first time. It was the hardest thing they'd ever done. For while now they felt their roots as one, their stems had faced away from one another since their lives had begun. And now they came to a profound halt. For the first time, they clearly saw their own true fault. For each was a gasp at the beauty of the other that had arisen from their common earth mother. Each was a gasp at the lovely majesty and grace that they saw when they finally stood face to face. They had so long abided side by side, blinded by fear, hatred, and anger's tide. Mistaken that shadows were all they were, they sobbed in awe and love amidst this great heart stir. How they struck each other now, this time with each other's gorgeousness. And in the clear eyes of the other, they also saw their own sweet loveliness. Together, they wrote a common song. It was new, and this is how it went along. The heart song of the flowers. Now we listen to the land, and the land gives us a healing hand. We will not be forever in this precious, precious life. We're here to live in gratitude and not to be in strife. Feeling the pain of all our cries, the land guides tender, strong and wise. As long as this place and we are here, I will honor you as my dear. May my children be safe and free. This I want for you, and you for me. We emerge now from a hurtful mess, each with dignity and worthiness. Breath by breath, together each day, rooted in soul and soil, will find a way. Each other will nourish, together will flourish. This we pray. The end.